I think that we are headed for the best time ever. And let me be candid, it starts from next week. Maybe from next week till 15th April, the markets have the best rally you have ever seen. Three things for that: consumption, cement, and capex. These three are roaring. Adani factor will be forgotten because memories of stock markets are very short-lived. As soon as you see 18 to 100, you'll forget about what Adani was and what it was not. We are not getting deeper into that. But do you own, or are you caught in the fear bug? That greed and fear resides in all of you. Okay? It is not some external FI or some Joe Biden. By the way, according to me, for everyone tom-tomming, the Fed has lost all credibility. Last year when they had to do marginal rate hikes, they say inflation is transitory. Now when inflation hits 9%, they are going whole hog to raise rates. At 5% and above, the terminal rate will kill home buyers. 99% of the US lives on mortgages. 1.5% cannot survive at 5%. So sooner rather than later, there will be more action on this peak coming, and we think inflation is headed down. China, Ukraine are Russia are looking for ways to salvage, not to increase the tension, but there is a big arm race in that. Thirdly, we think that the domestic demographic premium of India, if I just went in Chennai yesterday to reach one conference, it took me 40 minutes, which tells me that roads are chock-a-block. If you go to airports, you will see the activity. See, we all went through the most horrible event of COVID, and by the grace of God, we all survived. But at that time, you were totally hell-bent and only God could help you. When reliving of lives comes, then there is no anecdote of spending money. Last year in Diwali, my top pick was, this is in 21, was Indian Hotel at 140. I didn't imagine it will hit 340. And the management of Indian Hotel says, we are just at the tip of the iceberg. Because room rates fell to something like 4.5. And average room rates today are 7 times there. I went to Taj Ganges and there was no room available for 35,000 a night. So you can imagine someone is laughing his way to the bank. This is the same which is playing out in China. And I think that the China spending, the coexistence of temporary inflation and the weakness in the currency is all played out. Dollar is heading lower. And I think we could be headed for the best 2 months starting from the next week on.